As gardeners, we have had a wonderful spring to do gardening, but it's been just a little bit dry, so you know that means that we might have some fires. I'm with Tom from the Department of Forestry, and what exactly is your title?
Judy, I am the Fire Prevention Coordinator for the Oregon Department of Forestry.
So a great person to talk to about helping us protect our homes and our possessions from being engulfed in fires. So really, as gardeners, even if we're in an urban area or in a more forested area, we need to make some steps to prevent that or to make ourselves more protected.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people forget is that it's the little things that can actually burn their homes down. So probably first and foremost, they need to step outside their house and then start from the top down. Start from their roof, go down to the base of their house, and then look out to see what's out there that they can possibly mitigate or take care of to better protect them from wildfire.
So what are we looking for? I know that I just cleaned my gutters and I couldn't believe all the dried leaves in there, and that's like tinder to an ember.
Right, and like I said, that roof is critical. People need to pay attention to the leaf litter that can fall on their roof, pine needles, things that get in the gutters as well, because all it really takes is a firebrand. It doesn't take a raging fire front to come through and take that house. So the best thing to do is to get up on the roof, clean out those gutters, and sweep off any pine needles off the rooftops, and you're already 50% the way home.
And then what about their plantings around the house? I tried to get all the leaf litter up, I tried to prune back, but even this tree we're standing under has a lot of dead branches on the inside. Yeah,
that's true. I think the main thing for around the house itself is you really want 3 to 5 feet separation from the base of the house out. That way, if you have pine needles or debris underneath your plants that are susceptible to fire embers, that you're keeping that away from the base of the house. From that point on, we want to look at the type of plants. You might have green vegetation, but down underneath, like juniper or those types of green types of vegetation that could collect dead pine needles and whatnot, we want to remove those plants for the most part so that they can't catch the house on fire.
So really looking inside or into the interior of a plant, even though they have the green leaves for that dried kind of tinder.
Yeah, and another good thing to do is to check with the Oregon State University Extension Service. They have a really great guide for fire-resistant plants, and then they can also point you in the direction of what fire-resistant plants could actually help you and beautify your landscape at the same time.
Great idea.
Yeah.
And then what about being prepared to leave? You know, it's like should you have a little packet, you know, you have a bag packed, your valuables packed in case you need to evacuate? Well,
a great place to go is Ready, Set, Go on the web, and there's all kinds of great information about what you need to do to prepare should a wildfire hit your community. You want to make sure that you have your most valuable possessions at your fingertips to take along with you, and at the same time, the ready part again is preparing your landscaping so that if a fire does come, that your home will survive without the assistance of a fire department. Because as we know, fire departments can't be at every house when a wildfire strikes. So we want to do all we can to create that defensible or survivable space so that we can leave our home and feel somewhat safe should that wildfire approach.
So Tom, are there other things that we could do around our house, especially with our trees?
Well, sure. I think the most important thing with trees is keeping them limbed up to prevent what we call a ladder fuel effect, where the fire can climb up into the treetops where we cannot manage that fire as easily. So the best thing to do is to limb up those tree limbs a good 6 or 8 feet off the ground so that the fire on the ground can't climb up into them.
Good tip. And then you have a phrase that's really helpful to help us remember to keep everything safe.
Lean, clean, and green. Lean being that you've got good separation between your vegetation. Clean being that you've removed all the dead vegetation around your property that is more susceptible to fire. And green being that you've well watered your grass and your shrubs around your property.
So Tom, are there specific websites to go to for more information?
Yeah, most definitely. First and foremost is keeporegongreen.org. And secondly, for communities, we encourage folks to go to firewise.org.
Well, you know, we talked just about a small part of all the information available. So you can go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over to all those websites. Thanks so much.
Thank you.